So Battlefield V, which is Battlefield 5, I wasn't going to say anything, but the hype train has blown up after the trailer got revealed. And I suppose I'm a Battlefield YouTuber in a way, although I'm a tiny one. I've almost got 100 videos of Battlefield 1 on my channel. I think I'm going to stop after that. But yeah, I wasn't going to say something, but I suppose I'll say something now because things are going really crazy surrounding this issue. So number one, I don't like the trailer. I watched it and I thought it was awful. And number two, I do like all the game details that YouTubers like Jackfrags revealed about how it's going to differ from Battlefield 1. They sound really interesting, but I can't lace those together really. I can't lace together how the game is looking right now with the art assets and stuff, and the choices they've made visually, and the gameplay options which sound really nice. I can't see how they mix, so I really think DICE should be toning down the look of everything, especially because of how much backlash they've had. They've got on the trailer release, the official trailer video on YouTube, they've got a like to dislike ratio that is almost exactly 50-50 at the moment. So like 50% dislikes, 50% likes, and that's kind of like ratings on YouTube videos are basically democracy, so you kind of have to listen to them. You have to at least acknowledge there's a diversity of thought within the dislike bar, so you can't actually know what each person who dislikes a video is thinking about, but you have to acknowledge that they didn't like it for some reason. Ask them if you can why that is. Take some sort of consensus and learn your lessons if you can from the players or potential players that will buy and play your game. Anyway, I'll just play the video in the background for a sec and react to it. So the dislike bar currently is standing at 200,000-ish likes, 200,000-ish dislikes. Yeah, it's a lot of people are posting the hashtag not my Battlefield, which is kind of ridiculous because it's like not my president for the Trump thing, but these people are like against SJWs. You know, I think they're like right-wing sort of, they're taking it a bit too far, I think. I didn't react as crazily as they did to the thing, but I did react pretty badly to the things I saw in the trailer. Play. Not sure why there's an Xbox logo at the start. Horsehead statue. I thought, is this the statue that was in BF1? Now there's a teddy bear, now there's a bottle, everything's going crazy, and I was looking at this going, this is meant to be a World War II shooter, isn't it? We found that out, but this looks like modern combat. Now I see a cyborg arm. I thought I was a cyborg. I thought this is a futuristic combat game. I thought they'd decide on World War II. Take down guy with a samurai sword for some fucking reason. Tanks, craziness, lots of things going on, too many things going on. Tanks going through buildings, tanks passing by. Now it looks like a World War II tank, so I'm thinking maybe it is World War II. Now I'm thinking Vietnam, because we're in jungles and swamps, everything's colourful and green and forested. But there's a Spitfire! So now I'm thinking World War II again. But I'm, at this point, this is crazy as fuck. And the theme, obviously a Spitfire just crashed, so I guess it's meant to be World War II, but everything I've seen before then points to like sci-fi and SWAT teams and modern combat and cartoonishness. And there was like a cyborg arm, so I'm just like... it's quite interesting seeing the guns. Obviously it reminded me of BF1, the way the gun looks in this semi-gameplay footage. I'm not sure if it's actual gameplay footage. The fonts are futuristic. Why haven't they gone with like a World War II looking font? Like, there are lots of fonts that make you think of World War II when you look at them. Little V2 Doodlebug bomber thing, that was quite cool to watch. I like the double explosion. Still chaotic. Now we're into the bit that's in the teaser with the guy doing the whispery takedown, and Then there's something that I think would appease feminists who scream, "You're being ableist!" Which is a girl saving the day, for some reason in brightly coloured face paint, for some reason with a prosthetic arm, and then the trailer ends. There we go, it's ended. And this is the most World War II game I've ever seen. And I was confused at that, and I was baffled, and I was like, this can't be the direction they're going, can it? And I guess it is. A lot of people in the comments here reacting wildly. Lots of memes and stuff of like SJW kind of versions of what a future Battlefield game would be like if there was like SJWs as the characters. Then you go and watch the Jackfrags vid about it, and it's way more subdued than this. It's way more interesting, it's way more mild, and it's gameplay-wise, the game sounds fucking amazing. There are these fortifications you can build around flags now. Instead of just healing up, like you toss out a magic pack and you're just in the radius of that pack and your health ticks back up. Apparently you have to go actually searching for the actual item on the floor that's the medipack or the ammo to actually use it. You have to go and literally pick it up, and there's like an animation, like it sounds like they've slowed the game down or something. The trailer doesn't show that at all, but it sounds, from what Jackfrags is saying, that they've made it more tactical and slow, and that you actually pick up a health pack in your hand. Everyone can be a medic, except the actual medic gets higher medical abilities, but everyone can revive now in your squad. The thing that I said, that I put in a video the other day that I wanted from a future Battlefield game where you could pick up grenades and toss them back, they've actually said that that's in this, which is pretty cool. They've added a new campaign operation thing called Grand Ops, which, I mean, in Battlefield 1 the weather would change from moment to moment. Sometimes the fog would literally roll in while you're in a game. So the weather would change in a Battlefield 1 map. In this, they're mentioning things about day and night, because they say these Grand Ops campaigns take place on a journey across 4 days. Maybe the day is built into the game and it would be to do with daylight as well, so you'd have a sunrise, you'd play the mission, it would get to midday, you'd play the mission, it would get to afternoon, the sun would set, it would get to nighttime, everything would be dark, as well as the weather. And that interests me, because you can imagine a whole different set of scenarios that could happen. Like, a map could be diversified and look even more from just different weather conditions you could have in the map. You could have all the different daylight stages plus the weather conditions, so you could have nighttime fog, early morning sunshine, early morning fog, midday rainstorm. Like, you could have the day and night plus the weather. That's going to really change all the different looks you can have, but I don't know if they're actually putting that in the game. That was just what I guessed from them saying that the Grand Ops campaign takes 4 days to live through. I guess they're like compressed days, so that maybe 20 minutes is a day length or something like that. But it does sound really interesting.